2 Kings, chapter 18. And it comes to pass in the 3rd year of Hoshea, son of Elah, king of Israel, Hezekiah, son of Ahaz, king of Judah, has reigned. He was a son of 25 years in his reigning, and he has reigned 29 years in Jerusalem. And the name of his mother is Abi, daughter of Zechariah. And he does that which is right in the eyes of Yahweh, according to all that his father David did. He has turned aside the high places, and broken in pieces the standing pillars, and cut down the Asherah, and beaten down the bronze serpent that Moses made. For up to these days the sons of Israel were making incense to it, and he calls it a piece of bronze. In Yahweh, God of Israel, he has trusted. And after him there has not been like him among all the kings of Judah, nor among any who were before him. And he cleaves to Yahweh. He has not turned aside from after him, and he keeps his commands that Yahweh commanded Moses. And Yahweh has been with him. In every place where he goes out, he acts wisely. And he rebels against the king of Asshur, and has not served him. He has struck the Philistines, even to Gaza and its borders, from a tower of watchers to the fortified city. And it comes to pass in the 4th year of King Hezekiah, it is the 7th year of Hoshea, son of Elah, king of Israel, Shalmaneser, king of Asshur, has come up against Samaria, and lays siege to it. And they capture it at the end of 3 years, in the 6th year of Hezekiah, it is the 9th year of Hoshea, king of Israel. Samaria has been captured. And the king of Asshur removes Israel to Asshur, and placed them in Halah and in Habor, by the river Gozan, and in cities of the Medes, because that they have not listened to the voice of their God Yahweh, and transgresses his covenant, all that he commanded Moses, servant of Yahweh. Indeed, they have not listened nor done it. And in the 14th year of King Hezekiah, Sennacherib, king of Asshur, has come up against all the fortified cities of Judah, and seizes them. And Hezekiah, king of Judah, sends to the king of Asshur at Lachish, saying, I have sinned, turn back from off me. That which you put on me, I bear. And the king of Asshur lays on Hezekiah, king of Judah, 300 talents of silver, and 30 talents of gold. And Hezekiah gives all the silver that is found in the house of Yahweh, and in the treasures of the house of the king. At that time Hezekiah has cut off the doors of the temple of Yahweh, and the pillars that Hezekiah, king of Judah, overlaid, and gives them to the king of Asshur. And the king of Asshur sends Tartan, and the chief of the eunuchs, and the chief of the butlers, from Lachish to King Hezekiah, with a heavy force to Jerusalem. And they go up and come to Jerusalem, and they go up and come in, and stand by the conduit of the upper pool, that is in the highway of the fuller's field. And they call to the king. And Eliakim, son of Hilkiah, who is over the house, and Shebna the scribe, and Joah, son of Asaph, the remembrancer, go out to them. And the chief of the butlers says to them, Now say to Hezekiah, Thus said the great king, the king of Asshur, What is this confidence in which you have confided? You have said, Only a word of the lips, counsel and might are for battle. Now on whom have you trusted, that you have rebelled against me? Now behold, you have trusted for yourself on the staff of this broken reed, on Egypt, which a man leans on, and it has gone into his hand and pierced it. So is Pharaoh king of Egypt to all those trusting on him. And when you say to me, We have trusted in our God Yahweh, is it not he whose high places and whose altars Hezekiah has turned aside, and says to Judah and to Jerusalem, You bow yourselves before this altar in Jerusalem? And now, please, give a pledge for yourself to my lord the king of Asshur, and I give 2,000 horses to you, if you are able to give riders for yourself on them. And how do you turn back the face of one captain of the least of the servants of my lord, that you trust for yourself on Egypt for chariot and for horsemen? Have I now come up without Yahweh against this place to destroy it? Yahweh said to me, Go up against this land, and you have destroyed it. And Eliakim, son of Hilkiah, says, and Shebna and Joah, to the chief of the butlers, Please, Speak to your servants in Aramaic, for we are understanding, but do not speak with us in Jewish in the ears of the people who are on the wall. And the chief of the butlers says to them, For your Lord and to you has my Lord sent me to speak these words? Is it not for the men, those sitting on the wall, to eat their own dung and to drink their own water with you? And the chief of the butlers stands and calls with a great voice in Jewish, and speaks and says, Hear a word of the great king, the king of Asshur. Thus said the king, Do not let Hezekiah lift you up, for he is not able to deliver you out of his hand. And do not let Hezekiah make you trust in Yahweh, saying, Yahweh certainly delivers us, and the city is not given into the hand of the king of Asshur. Do not listen to Hezekiah, for thus said the king of Asshur, Make a blessing with me, and come out to me, and each eat of his vine, and each eat of his fig tree, and each drink the waters of his own well, until my coming in. And I have taken you to a land like your own land, a land of grain and new wine, a land of bread and vineyards, a land of olive oil and honey. And live, and do not die. And do not listen to Hezekiah when he persuades you, saying, Yahweh delivers us. Have each of the gods of the nations ever delivered his hand out of the hand of the king of Asshur? Where are the gods of Sepharvaim, Hena, and Eva, that they have delivered Samaria out of my hand? Who are they among all the gods of the lands that have delivered their land out of my hand, that Yahweh delivers Jerusalem out of my hand? And the people have kept silent, and have not answered him a word, for the command of the king is saying, Do not answer him. And Eliakim, son of Hilkiah, who is over the house, comes in, and Shebna the scribe, and Joah, son of Asaph, the remembrancer, to Hezekiah, with torn garments, and they declare to him the words of the chief of the butlers.